Hello! Okay, so welcome to the channel, welcome to the video. My name is Patrick. I also go by Damas. Welcome to the channel, welcome to Wolf Games. Alright, so today is a theory video, and I've been thinking about this quite a bit because I have been playing Ocarina of Time, and my god, I forgot how much that I loved this game, and then I started playing it and I started going through. I'm like, there's a bigger picture with some of these places. So the theory discussion for today is the Poe Sisters. Now, the Poe Sisters are found in the Forest Temple, and there's four of them. There's Jolene, Beth, Amy, and Meg. They're different colors. They're orange, blue, green, and purple. Now, my theory for them is that each one represents a different season, hence the different coloration. And I also think that they were the original keepers of the Forest Temple, and they were originally there before the Lost Woods and any mortal who came in turned into a Stalfos. I honestly believe that, and it's mainly because when you first meet the Poe Sisters, they take the torches and then they go into the different rooms. They know the temple like the back of their hands. They've been there for a very, very long time, and the torches in the center of the Forest Temple each correlate to a specific color that the Poe Sister takes. Jolene takes orange, Beth takes blue, Amy takes green, Meg takes the purple one. Now, when you first meet them, like actually meet them, not when you see them when you first walk into the main room of the Forest Temple when you're playing the game, you actually meet Jolene first, but then you have to go and fight the mini boss of the three Stalfos, my bad, three Stalfos. You go into the next room, you see Beth, but it's really easy to forget that you passed Jolene up, so you have to go back, fight Jolene. So my theory for Jolene and Beth is that originally they're twins, hence why their rooms look exactly the same, and you meet them around the same time. You can't kill either of them until you defeat the three Stalfos and you get that hero's bow, or the fairy bow, or the bow in general. So Jolene is orange. I believe she represents fall, which makes sense because you meet her first. Usually when shows or games, they represent seasons, they usually stick with orange, blue, and green for winter, summer, or fall, winter, and spring. Now, purple is summer in this case. I know Ruby, the animated show, also has purple meaning summer, but some shows like to go with yellow or like sunflowery type colors and bright reds and things like that. But not every game and show is the same, and so that's why I think Meg represents summer, and I'll get to that in a bit. But you first meet Jolene and Beth, fall and winter. Their rooms look exactly the same. You can't fight them until you shoot the portraits down. And I'll get to portraits in another video because throughout the Forest Temple, you see portraits, and I'll get to that in a bit. So I'll cover that in the next video. But after you fight Jolene and Beth, you get to a puzzle room. You have to move blocks around to summon Amy, who is the green Poe Sister, who I believe is the Poe Sister of Spring. And the reason why I believe that is because after you defeat Amy, when you come back into the room and you look around, you see vines growing up, really luscious green. It's all stonework, but it's all covered in green vines and writing, and there's a purpose to that room, and it's vibrant, it's living, and spring always represents blossoming and growth and growing and maturing, and I honestly believe Amy represents spring. And so she's green, you kill her just like all the other Poe Sisters. And the last one that you come across is Meg. She's in the center of the main room that when you first walked in. She's mourning the loss of her sisters because you see her on the floor just wailing. And then you have to fight her, and she splits herself into four, and there's four seasons, there's four of her, and you have to find which one is spinning, and then that's how you kill Meg. I honestly believe that she was the oldest. She was the one who probably died first, and that's how she was the last one, because she was the oldest. She died first. She was the last person you feed. She's the true mini boss of this dungeon temple. It just makes a little bit more sense in my head when I think of it like that, because you've already gotten through fall, winter, and spring with Jolene, Beth, and Amy. Last one left is summer. But when you look through the forest temple, there is no room dedicated to Meg. It's just the main hall. So, and where she is where the elevator rises in the main hub. It's where that's where she is. She's in the very center of the very temple that you're in. So, to go even further, I think the boss room would have been her room, because I think she was originally in charge of the temple. Now, I think that all of them were in charge of different aspects of the temple, but I think the boss room was originally Meg's room. And the reason for that is that all the other sisters have portraits but Meg, but when you go to the boss room, you pass a chamber when you get to the boss door, after you get the boss key, and you kill all the Poe Sisters. You go through this hall, and there's 8 paintings, and they're all corroded over time. There's black covering most of them, but you get a picture that they're talking about something a little dark and sinister. And when you go into the main room, you see when you go into the boss room, you see these portraits surrounding the room as well. I would theorize that Meg would check on the forest through those paintings, and that was a way of teleporting or traveling or just moving quickly through the forest for her, so that way she could get to parts that were corrupted and heal them before she had to return to the main temple. Now, the forest temple is incredibly old. The stairs have fallen. That's why you need the hook shot that you get from Dompe. So it even goes to show, like, why was Saria taken into the temple? Was she captured and taken in by monsters from Ganondorf, or did she just climb the tree that was there and happen to climb into the forest temple during those 7 years? Did she get bored waiting for Link to talk to her, and that's what happened? Was she called into the forest temple by some being? Maybe the Poe Sisters even called Saria in. Maybe she just felt a need to go into the forest temple. Why is she the sage of the forest? And I think it's because she was most connected to the forest temple, and the Poe Sisters actually called Saria in, or even took her in by force and killed her. Now, that's another theory video as well for another time, because I think that all of the sages in Ocarina of Time are really dead, and I'll be talking more about that at a later time. But for now, I'll see you then. Thanks for very much. I can't speak. Thank you all very much for watching my video. Please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. I'm gonna start trying to get my lighting fixed, because I don't know what's going on with the lighting. I need to get a light on my desk, try and make it brighter. This is my first video. Be as harsh and critical as you would like. I don't mind. I don't care. I'm gonna try and learn how to edit videos. I'm horrible at this, but I really want to talk to you guys about, hey, this is what I think is going on with these deeper, bigger pictures in the Legend of Zelda world, because obviously there are a lot of temples and dungeons in Ocarina of Time that I would like to talk about. Even some of them have already been discussed to the end of the world, like the oh shoot, bang, the one in Skyward Sword where you have to go out of the underworld by a string, and it's based off of a story of the string, the spider in the underworld. Like, that one's been well discussed, but I feel like for a lot of these early dungeons, there's been rooms there that it's like, why was this room even here in the dungeon? Who built these places? what happened to the people who actually took care of these dungeons, and why is it important to the Zelda universe, and why was the boss there, or that mini boss there, or who actually designed the frickin' water temple? Thanks, Zoras. Okay, those are all videos for another time. Again, I'm going to try and learn how to do some really awesome editing, get some music into these videos, try to get some pictures so that way I'm not just conveying through words. I'm really going to try and work hard on that, guys. But seriously, thank y'all so much for watching. Love you. Peace. Bye.